talked to me and shared and made me understand what it means to ask Christ to come into your heart. And I did do that. But now we flash forward for a few years, and for some reason I allowed things in my past to creep back up. My drinking, my smoking pot, doing things I shouldn't be doing, uh, angry temperament, just all kinds of things that a Christian, so-called, shouldn't really be doing. So we fast forward up a few more years, and I wind up getting myself in some real serious trouble. I wind up in jail on a gun-related charge. But you know, God is really good. And when I got arrested, I got put in a squad car in Glendale, Wisconsin. And the arresting officer was a Christian friend that I knew from a church called Evangel Assembly of God. He got in the squad car, he saw me sitting in the back there in handcuffs, and he says, "Rich, what are you doing?" I says, "You know what? I don't know what I'm doing." So he prayed. He prayed for me that day. And I'll tell you what, God had plans for my life that I never knew was going to happen. I only spent 3 days in jail, and I find that to be very similar to someone else I know who spent 3 days in a cell, a tomb. That's what it was like to me. But when I got out, and I got to tell you, this is a side story. You want to talk about getting humbled? Have your 85-year-old mom come down and bail you out of jail. That'll humble you. When she looks at you holding her purse, "Oh, Dickie, what did you do?" And I'm like, "Sorry, Ma, you know, big old lunkin guy coming out of jail." So she takes me home and stuff. But anyways, back to the story. God had different plans for me, and he put different people into my life. I rededicated my life. He put a wonderful woman in my life that this year, October, will be married 17 years. She's a wonderful woman of God, very active in the church. Uh, she's up in Oshkosh right now at Life Fest, and I drove down. Now, just so you know, I drove down from Oshkosh so I could play for you guys tonight. So, you know, let's stick around for a while. Anyway, but God had other plans, and in that short time, he put something into my heart that I never dreamed I would ever have, and that was a heart for prisoners. And now I'm involved in a prison ministry. We go out to Dodge County Correctional. And you know, I applied at Milwaukee County, and they turned me down. They said, "Your felony is too recent. It's too bad. You're going to have to wait at least a year." Well, God doesn't wait for years. He does his time and our time is two different times, two different planes, two different everything. We can't fathom how he works things out. Well, he put people into my life. I was able to put an application into Dodge County Correctional, and within 2 days, I got the call, "Hey, you're going to prison." Okay, is that good or bad? No, this is the good way. You're going to be able to get out when you're done. But anyways, so I've been going to prison, and we will minister to, on any given Sunday, up to 350 inmates. And then we see guys, and I'm going to tell you something. You want to be moved? We see guys come in there, tattooed, snake tattoos. I got a couple tattoos. I had one I had to put on called "I got bought and paid for." Got
Take the time to get it right. It's what you wanna believe. So you try with all your might. It's so hard to commit to. The time has come for you a blast. Well, don't be afraid. Try the awesome power of peace at last. You have to believe. I just wanna show you the way I've been led to. You have seemed to go a bit astray. It's the fact that you follow. Sometimes I can't find the words to say. It's a tough situation. You will come to realize that day. Well, someone will show you that. I just wanna show you the way. You have seemed to go a bit astray. Sometimes I can't find the words to say. You will come to realize that day.
But you see these guys come into the prison and they look angry. They look mean. They look like somebody you don't want to even talk to. But then you start to talk to them and you find out that they have a heart and a soul. And yes, they did some horrible things that put them in jail. But there's guys in there that are going to be in there for life that have started ministries in the prison that help other inmates write letters to their families and stuff like that. And they're in a horrible, horrible environment. But we'll see these guys come in, and then by the end of we only get an hour with each group. They're walking out with smiles on their face, tears in their eyes, and joy in their heart. Now, in that environment, we just pray that God is with them, that He sticks with them, and that He helps them to grow. There's another group that goes out and does other teachings during the week to kind of help these guys along. But who would have ever guessed this lousy bum that I called myself some 20 years ago would ever be doing a prison ministry? That was the last place I'd ever want to be. But anyways, God is a good God. He will take the ashes of your life, and what the devil has meant for evil, He will turn around and make for good. God will make it for good. And He'll put you in places, if you make yourself available and willing, He'll put you in places that you'll never dream that you ever be. So that's what I had to share.